Your paycheck just hit. For 1 second, you feel rich. You open your bank app, see that fresh deposit, and your brain does what most brains do. It starts spending money that is technically still sitting there. The gadget in your cart, the takeout tonight, the shoes you've been eyeing, that little reward you swear you earned this week. And that is where the problem begins. Not at the end of the month, not when your card gets declined, not when you finally look at your balance and panic. It starts the moment money arrives. That's why so many people feel like they work hard, earn decent money, and still have nothing to show for it. It's not always because they're irresponsible. It's because they're relying on willpower in a moment that demands a system. And willpower is weak. A system is stronger. That is what this video is about. How to build a set-it-and-forget-it wealth system that quietly moves your money in the right direction before your emotions, your habits, or your exhaustion get a chance to wreck the plan. Because the truth is simple. Wealth is not built by making perfect decisions every day. Wealth is built by removing the need to make those decisions in the first place. And once you understand that, your paycheck stops being a temporary high and starts becoming a long-term tool.
By the way, if you're trying to increase your income instead of cutting expenses, I've linked side hustle resources in the description. It's worth checking if you're looking for additional income opportunities.
Now let's talk about the biggest lie in personal finance. You've probably heard that financial success comes down to discipline. Be more focused, be more responsible, try harder, say no more often. Sounds good, but in the real world, that advice falls apart fast because discipline is not infinite. Willpower runs out. On Monday morning, maybe you feel in control. You skip the impulse buy, you tell yourself this is the month you finally get serious. But by Thursday night, after work stress, bad traffic, annoying emails, and zero mental energy, that same person is not thinking about building wealth. That person wants relief, fast relief, and usually expensive relief. That's why smart people still make dumb money moves. Not because they don't know better, because they keep asking a tired version of themselves to act like a financial machine. That never lasts. The wealthy understand this better than most people. Their advantage is not magical self-control. Their advantage is structure. They don't hope they'll save money at the end of the month. They move money automatically at the beginning. They don't trust motivation, they trust systems. And that one shift changes everything. Most people get paid, pay bills, spend what they want, and try to save whatever is left. Wealthy people flip that formula. They pay themselves first, automatically, before life gets a chance to consume every dollar. So if you want to stop feeling like money slips through your fingers, the first thing you need is not more motivation. You need a blueprint. Step 1 is the 60% reality check. This is where things get honest. Take your true necessities and compare them to your take-home pay. Not your salary on paper, your actual take-home pay. The money that really lands in your account. Now, when I say necessities, I mean real necessities. Housing, basic groceries, utilities, insurance, transportation, the stuff that keeps your life functioning. Not lifestyle extras you've emotionally upgraded into needs. Not every subscription, not daily delivery, not convenience spending disguised as survival. Here's the rule. If your necessities are costing more than 60% of your take-home pay, you are living dangerously close to the edge. And a lot of people are. When that percentage gets too high, every small problem becomes a big one. A car repair becomes a crisis. A rent increase feels like a disaster. A random bill can knock you off balance for weeks. That's not stability. That's financial fragility. And if you're over 60%, there are really only two possibilities. Either your fixed costs are too high for your income right now, or you've labeled too many wants as needs. Neither one is fun to hear, but both are fixable. And that matters. Because the moment you create margin, you create opportunity. That extra space in your budget is not just leftover money. That is the money that can build your future. Now, before we get to investing, we need to protect your credit score. In the United States, this number matters more than people think. It affects your mortgage rate, your car loan, your credit card offers, sometimes your insurance costs, sometimes even your housing options. And here's the brutal part. The credit system does not reward almost responsible. It rewards consistency. In school, a 97 is excellent. In credit, missing even a few payments can do real damage. That means your system cannot depend on memory. It cannot depend on you logging in at the right time every month. It cannot depend on life being calm. Your minimum payments need to happen automatically.
Every month, on time, without fail. Because one missed payment can hurt you for years. So before you think about getting fancy with money, lock down the basics. Protect your name, protect your score, protect your future borrowing power. That foundation matters. Now, let's get to the boring part. The part nobody brags about. The emergency fund. It is not exciting. It is not flashy. No one feels like a financial genius moving money into a basic savings account. But when life hits you out of nowhere, this is the thing that keeps one bad moment from becoming a financial spiral. The car breaks down. Your dog needs the vet. The AC dies in the middle of summer. An unexpected bill shows up on a random Tuesday. If you don't have cash, you borrow stress. And borrowed stress is expensive. That's why your emergency fund needs to be boring, liquid, and reliable. For most people, that means 3 to 6 months of essential expenses in a savings account you can access easily. Not the stock market, not something volatile, not money tied up in an investment that could be down the exact week you need it most. This money has one job: to be there. That's it. And when you finally have that cushion, something changes. You breathe differently. You sleep differently. You make decisions from stability instead of fear. That is more powerful than people realize. And once that emergency fund is in motion, go after the easiest win in personal finance: employer retirement match. If your company offers one, take it immediately. That is free money. That is a guaranteed return on day one. And if you ignore it, you are effectively walking away from part of your compensation. A lot of people spend hours looking for the perfect investment strategy, while ignoring the easiest win sitting right in front of them. Take the match first. Now, let's talk about the mistake that costs people an absolute fortune: waiting. Not investing badly, waiting to invest at all. Because time does something that effort alone cannot do. It multiplies money. Let's make this real. If you invest $300 a month starting at age 25 and you stay consistent until age 65, you could end up with around $1 million. But if you wait just 10 years and start at 35 instead, you may end up with only around $400,000. That delay can cost you roughly $600,000. Think about that. 10 years of waiting can erase hundreds of thousands of dollars in future wealth. Not because you were reckless, not because you made some terrible mistake, just because time had less time to work. That is the power of compound interest. It does the heavy lifting, but only if you give it time. Which means the goal is not to be brilliant. The goal is to start and automate. For most people, a simple diversified index fund strategy is enough. You do not need to become a full-time market expert. You need consistency more than complexity. And consistency becomes much easier when your system is doing the work for you. So here is the set it and forget it workflow. Simple, practical, repeatable. On payday, let the deposit land and fully clear. Then the next day, your money moves automatically. A portion goes to bills, a portion goes to your emergency fund, a portion goes to debt payments, a portion goes straight into investments. No debate, no delay, no emotional negotiation. That is the whole point. You are removing emotion from the process. You are removing laziness from the process. You are removing forgetfulness from the process. You are no longer trying to be good with money every single week. You are building a system that behaves well on your behalf. That is how real progress happens. Quietly, in the background, month after month, year after year. And one day you look up and realize your money is no longer disappearing. It is building.
That's when your paycheck stops feeling like a temporary reward and starts acting like a wealth-building machine. So if you've been telling yourself you'll get serious about money later, hear this clearly. Later is expensive. The delay costs more than people think. Set up the system. Automate the transfers. Protect your future before your habits get a vote. Because wealth is rarely built in one huge dramatic moment. It is usually built through small, invisible actions repeated consistently for years. That may not sound exciting, but it works. And in 5 years, you won't care that the system was boring. You will care that it changed your life. If you're ready to stop sleepwalking through your finances and start building wealth on autopilot, hit subscribe. And in the next video, I'll show you exactly how to set this system up step by step. See you in the next one.
Before you go, remember that building wealth isn't only about saving money. It's also about increasing your income. If you're interested in starting a side hustle or earning extra income online, I've included a recommended platform in the description below. Check it out, see if it's a right fit for you, and always do your own research before getting started. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.